What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Today is Wednesday, September 9th. Hopefully you're having a wonderful week. Now, after reading hours and hours of news articles, watching countless interviews, multiple YouTube videos, I can now tell you that President Donald Trump demands stimulus checks. A few days ago, I mentioned in a video that President Trump was urging Congress to pass a second stimulus check to the American people. But he has since gone from urging Congress to demanding Congress pass a second stimulus check. But I have a question for you, and I want you to answer. Be completely honest. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you feel that President Trump truly has the American people's best interest at heart, or do you feel that President Trump is urging or demanding Congress pass a stimulus check because that would help boost his numbers in the polls? Is it a political game, or does he truly want the American people to get a second stimulus check? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Yesterday, Mitch McConnell revealed a skinny bill that did nothing but make Americans mad. In this skinny bill, there were no second stimulus checks. There was no hazard pay for our essential workers that have been on the front lines every single day since this pandemic started. There was no money for them either. There was also no rental assistance. Currently, based on the last estimate, Americans are $21 billion behind on rent payments. Also, there was no true eviction extension. All we can go off of right now is what the CDC has put in place, and that runs out at the end of the year. Based on everything that I've been reading, this stimulus package might not come to us until the end of the year. So that is very disheartening. There needs to be more to the American people, whether it's direct stimulus payments or it's some other form of stimulus that goes out to the economy, which eventually comes back and helps every single person here in this country. Now, there was also only $300 for the unemployment enhancement. Many people believed it was going to be $400 because that was what President Trump did in his executive order. However, I stated this about a week ago that the $300 unemployment boost, and actually I said this on Friday too, that this $300 unemployment boost would be the max. And I said this because right now, based on all the media, everything that I've been reading, is that the current average income, in addition to that $300 unemployment boost, if you were to go on unemployment, that state unemployment plus the $300 per week is just slightly above the average of what people would get if they were at work. So because of that, that's probably one of the main reasons why $300 is going to be the max, and Democrats are going to have a tough time negotiating this to go any higher. However, this is only supposed to be a stimulus package to get through the Senate and not the House. Many people were confused by this, so I want to explain, because I know you're probably thinking, what's the point of this if they know it won't pass through the House? It has to pass through both places, the Senate and the House, and as of right now, it may only pass through the Senate. But let me explain why, because that's what a lot of people are confused by. Currently, around 15 Senate Republicans, based off of what Mitch McConnell has said, they don't believe that the U.S. needs an additional stimulus package at all. Not just $2.2 trillion, but even $100 billion. They believe that the U.S. economy is perfectly fine the way it is. Well, this is what makes getting any stimulus package passed through the Senate almost impossible. But there is a way. It's a little tricky, it's kind of sneaky, and it will make some people very upset. But I want to explain how this is going to work. Now, this idea is something that I've had for a couple months, and I've mentioned it here on this channel as well. However, based on what people have been saying after Mitch McConnell revealed his stimulus package yesterday, these are some of the things, the same idea is what people are now starting to talk about. Well, let me explain how this works. So if Mitch McConnell proposes a stimulus package that only has Republican pieces of legislation in it, and it falls under the financial limit that some senators have put in place, then it has a great chance of passing in a vote, but only in the Senate, not the House. Knowing full well that Democrats won't pass this bill, they will need to amend the bill. It will need to go back for a vote, and if it passes, then it will be sent back to the Senate. So, if and when this passes through the House, it gets sent back to the Senate. This is good news because now the Senate has already done the bill. They've already voted on it. Every single Senate Republican said yes. They voted yes. All the Democrats and the 2 independents, they said no. But that's fine. It's still majority rules. It was still 51 to 49. Now, here's what you need to understand. Being that there are 47 Democrats, 2 independents, and 51 Republicans, it would require bipartisan support to get anything passed through the Senate right now. So, now that Democrats are on board, here's the key. Now that Democrats are on board, it would only take a handful of Democrats and Republicans to vote yes and pass this bill. This would require Mitch McConnell to trick his fellow Senate Republicans, but this might be the only option to get Americans their stimulus that they truly need. Like I said, it is a little bit tricky. It's kind of underhanded. It will have Mitch McConnell, will have a lot of people mad at him, mainly in the Senate. But this would do a lot of good because it would provide the American people with the stimulus package that they need to survive. Now, multiple media outlets believe that this is what President Trump is trying to get done because he feels it would be difficult to send $300 billion in stimulus checks to the American people without Democrats issuing a lawsuit against him. With only 55 days left until the election, this would create a lot of conflict among both parties. Currently, the skinny bill is expected to be voted on Thursday of this week. So we will see what happens on Thursday. If it passes, that will be good news. If it doesn't pass, that is going to be very tough on Republicans because Republicans can't even get the support of others from their own party. That's going to look very bad coming into this election. So because of that, if they cannot pass this bill for whatever reason, if they can't pass this bill, what you need to watch is to see what President Trump says moving forward. Because if they cannot pass this, if for whatever reason, if Democrats, if Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to come down, doesn't want to work with the Senate, doesn't want to work with Republicans, then watch and see what President Trump does over the next week. I say this because I bet, and many people expect, he will do something out of the ordinary to try to get more money to the American people. We don't know what it will be. We don't know how it's going to work. But I'm pretty sure, and many others are very sure, that President Trump will do something to try to boost the economy one last time. And again, what you need to remember is the House is on recess until September 14th. So if this does pass on Thursday, then hopefully the House comes back and they have one bill on stimulus and they have one other bill on the government funding. Those are going to be 2 bills that they can hopefully look at, review, and maybe vote on as soon as Monday. But one thing I do guarantee, I don't know when they're going to vote. I don't know if it's going to pass. I don't know how it's all going to go. But one thing I can tell you regarding Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer is they're going to continue to say the same things. Now, these things are going to include this stimulus package doesn't meet the needs of the American people, or the White House doesn't know what the American people are going through. Okay? Or it could be when the White House agrees to meet in the middle, then we can begin negotiations. Now, as of right now, there's more back and forth going on between the two parties than a tennis match. And it might just require one party to hit the other party in the throat with a tennis ball. Maybe then, that will be the time where the two parties finally negotiate and something gets done. Now in other news, the IRS has stated that roughly 9 million people have yet to claim their stimulus payments. They also say these 9 million people are mostly people that do not file taxes. That would include senior citizens and low-income households. Well, the IRS plans on mailing or to begin mailing letters to remind these individuals that they have a deadline. They plan on sending a letter on September 24th to inform them of what they can do to still get their stimulus payment. As of right now, the IRS has stated these people have until October 15th to go to the IRS's website, go to irs.gov, click on the non-filer tool, and put in all of your information. From there, they can now send you a stimulus check. And lastly, for those of you that are looking for any type of way to make money, yesterday I published a video in the middle of the day. This was the second of 3 videos I published yesterday alone. And yesterday I published a video that's called Get Free Money Without a Stimulus Check. I show you a simple step-by-step process of exactly how you can make money online using the power of Facebook. It's absolutely free. You don't have to be an expert. You can be very, very novice in this and still make a boatload of money. I show you a simple technique to make anywhere between $50 and $100 every single day. If you want to go and watch that, I will link to that down in the description box below. That will be the first link down below. So there you guys go. That is your second stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Wednesday, September 9th. If there's anything that I can do for you, any questions that you have that you need answered, please do me a favor, go ahead and ask your question down below. But if that's it, like always, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, so make sure you stay updated on all things stimulus, and I'll see you guys on the next one.